Hi, this is Miranda with Magic City Mama, and today I wanted to do a little mini haul review of some makeup that I got. So basically I waited until Saie Beauty had a sale and I ordered a couple things that I had been eyeing for a while. I wanted a new skin tint with SPF because it is summer. And also kind of wanted to share a little bit about what's been going on with me on the personal level. I've been having a little bit of some health issues lately and kind of like mystery symptoms. So I thought maybe some of y'all know what's going on, because I haven't gotten any answers yet. All right, so let's get started. All right, so I got a couple things. What did I get? Let me make sure I have everything. I got the Slip Tint, the Broad Spectrum SPF 35 Sunscreen Tinted Moisturizer from Saie Beauty. I bought another one of these babies, which I do love the first one. I bought the color Peach Glow. And what are these called again? These are Glow Sculpt. Okay, the Glow Sculpt. And I got this color Peach Glow because I just love a peach blush. The one I had before was the Bronzeglow, and I don't know if I put it in a video before, but I do love this one. It's like the perfect red bronze color. I bought two lipsticks. Where are they? Right here from Saie. I got the color Dada. You can see. Let's see, I kind of have hairy arms, so this color here, pretty, like a rose brown, and these are called lip blurs. And I got the color Nouveau, which is more of a cool brown, I believe, like a neutral cool brown. This was a little more pink and that one's a little more brown. Sorry, not the best swatches in the world. And then they did give like some free stuff. So they gave like this thing here, which is like a free brow butter, I think it's called. I'm not sure why. It's not really very buttery at all. And they gave some free cotton balls. Cool. Always can use more cotton balls. All right, so let me, is that everything? I feel like there was more. I guess that's it. Okay, so let's get started. So last week, I guess last Friday, what was I doing? Oh, I was driving home from work. This is the skin tint. Oh, this is the color 3 by so it's a moisturizer. I'm gonna start with my hands here, and just so you know, this is like gel-like. This is a gel-like texture. Oh yeah, there is one more thing. I finally got the full size of the Starglow. I love this thing. It's so pretty. Just so you know, this is like a gel-like consistency. So I'm gonna put this on first because of the SPF. I think it should go on first. I don't know. Usually I put the Starglow on first, like underpainting, when I wear like a regular foundation, and I already put like sunblock underneath. So where was I? So yeah, last Friday I was driving home and I suddenly, God, felt like whoosh, like an extreme case of being very lightheaded, very suddenly, extreme vertigo. I was freaking out because I was behind the wheel, but I was still kind of far from my house, and I just wanted to get home because I live in Florida and it's so freaking hot out. I didn't want to like pull over and get out and have to like lay down on the ground outside in like 90-degree heat because I already felt shitty enough. So I white knuckled it all the way home, and I felt like I was about to barf because of the dizziness. Like, you know, like if you went on a crazy carnival ride and you just had to throw up. So long story short, I made it home. I projectile vomited after I lay down for a minute. I was like, okay, nice, my stomach is already messed up. I projectile vomited. I laid down a little bit longer. I was able to eat and drink normally, so I really didn't feel like it was a virus, like a stomach virus, because I would have felt like it would have hurt to eat and stuff. I would have gotten sick again. I would have probably gotten nauseous again. But I did eat and drink like soup and crackers and ginger ale, because that's what my daughter brought me, and I was like really appreciative of that. That was really sweet of her, the older one. So I was like kind of like, okay, maybe it would pass, and I kind of felt on and off dizzy the rest of the day. Sorry, but nothing like, I have a little heartburn, nothing like I was feeling at that moment when it hit me the hardest. But I did end up going to urgent care, so I had a normal, I'm going to use the Starglow. I had normal EKG, normal blood sugar, so it wasn't that. They wanted me to go to ER. So look, this is also jelly as well. It's like a gel-like. So I'm going to put that right here. So, okay. So yeah, so everything was normal, but they wanted me to go to the ER because I guess they wanted me to rule out a brain bleed, like a TIA. But I didn't go because I started feeling normal again. I started feeling like pretty good. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go home and then I'm going to follow up with my doctor, my regular doctor. Which I did. I followed up with my regular doctor, and well, I didn't get to see my regular doctor. I saw the nurse practitioner because my regular doctor was booked, but basically she told me, oh, it could be crystals in your ears, and do these special exercises and take the anti-dizzy medication, which should help with your dizziness, vertigo, and nausea. I left there, and then I started to have like a blurry spot in my left eye that wouldn't go away. Then it eventually went away after a while. Then like the next day, I also had what looked like kaleidoscope or like an underwater type of effect on my left eye again, like kind of clear but distorted on the left periphery. Then that went away, and then I was at work, and all of a sudden I just like had another extreme head attack where I just felt like the only way I can just describe it is like you get hit in the head with a frying pan, like one of those old cartoons where, you know, like Jerry's running or Tom is running, and then Jerry holds out a frying pan and Tom runs into it and goes push, and you see like the bright light and like the sound like that. I know I sound like an idiot, but describing these things is very difficult. So yeah, I had another attack. I got extremely dizzy. I fell to my knees. I couldn't see out of my left eye. And from this point, the midpoint of my lips to the right side was extremely like pins and needles, and a weird sensation and taste came up my throat. Like, so this all came together, like all happened at once together. All these symptoms happened at once. And then as I started to normalize again, it all went away kind of at once. My coworker said I looked like super pale and like, and I was just like, is my face okay? Is my face okay? Because I was wondering if I was having a stroke, because my face was like tingly on one side and numb. So I was like wondering if I was drooping on one side, which was, I guess, basically what I was trying to ask. And I was just like, is my face okay? Is my face okay? So they take me, you know, the emergency takes me, same thing, EKG and blood sugar is normal. So all that stuff is normal. And I go to the hospital. They basically tell me, okay, you're probably just dizzy. They gave me the dizzy medicine, the vertigo medicine, and I was about to be released after they checked me out and everything. And they did a CT scan, which came out normal. they were about to send me home, and I had another small attack. So I had another like head rush when I was talking to the nurse who was talking to me about the discharge stuff, and the throat sensation came back again, that weird taste. And I was like, oh my God, I just had it again. And you guys gave me the medication. It didn't do anything. It didn't stop it. So they said, you know, because you're not stable, they can't let you go. So they ended up keeping me overnight. They gave me medicine through an RV. So like the anti-dizzy medication, the anti-vertigo medication, they gave me through an IV, which I think helped more. But I was basically sleeping the entire time. I think I slept for like 48 hours. Straight, because also the doctor in the ER gave me a Valium because I was also a little bit emotional too, like a little bit crying when I was trying to explain myself, because that's another thing. I feel like in between these attacks, I feel very tired and I feel depressed as well. So like it's just like a very heavy feeling, like slow down and like a depressed feeling, like you're on the verge of crying and really you're not really thinking any sad thoughts, you know. So I stayed in the hospital overnight, and let me do my eyebrows real quick. I stabilized basically, and then they did an MRI, which I don't know how far down they went on the MRI. Like I really wish I knew if they did all the way to my cervical, because I have been feeling like some numbness in my upper spine area, and I was thinking, well, maybe I'm having some kind of misalignment because I have some back issues. I've had a couple car accidents in the past. I have some herniated disc and general like just arthritis. So in my spine, because I've had imaging done before when I've had car accidents. So I was thinking, well, maybe it's something in my cervical. Okay, because a lot of these symptoms are in my upper head and my face. Also, I was feeling a lot of like pressure behind here, pressure here. Never really a headache though. So that's one thing I would say, like, I never really felt like I had a headache through any of these things, these symptoms. So long story short, they tell me, oh, you have migraines. You have migraines with, what is it? Aura, or migraines with aura. Complex migraines is what they called it. Complex migraines. I'm like, really? I'm like, you could have a complex migraine for over a week straight? Because mind you, it was like the first time I had an attack was the week before, and I had kind of been having symptoms all through the week, and then I had another attack a week later. And so they were like, yeah, basically that's what it is. They wanted me to follow up with the neurologist, and like I'm home and everything, and like I still have weird symptoms. So like yesterday I was eating dinner, and I all of a sudden my lips started to tingle, and I felt like a little bit of that stuff coming up in my throat, and my lips were like pins and needles. But it wasn't extreme. It wasn't a full-on attack, but it was just like weird. Like I'm just sitting there eating dinner, and then all of a sudden I start getting that. So long story short is that I'm gonna use both. I'm gonna use this one, which everybody knows I love if you've seen the other video. And I just think this is so pretty for summer. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so yeah, I've been having weird symptoms, and then in between, instead of feeling like totally normal, like myself and like perfectly fine, I feel and I don't know how to describe this, but I guess I'm gonna say, like, I feel like I'm once removed from myself, you know. Is that the way I want to say it? You know, like almost like an observer observing from behind, not really like not really in my body, I guess. I want to say like 100%, even though I'm in my body. I just somehow don't feel myself. Like I feel a little bit removed from myself. I don't know how else to describe it. And like, that's the issue with like neurological symptoms, is that it's like very hard to describe. Like you almost feel like you're crazy or something trying to describe like all these nuanced things, these strange nuanced symptoms to people without sounding like, you know, you're like a batshit crazy person. Yeah, so that's the blush. And that's another thing. The blush is also like a gel like formula. This is my Amico mascara. It's a mascara I really like. Today I'm noticing my voice is actually not quite right, and like it's not like, I'm starting to feel a little bit of a runny nose, but I don't feel sick. I'm starting to feel some kind of sinus issues and pressure. Oh, oopsie, what did I do? The last thing, I just let that dry and then I'll like scrape it off. The last thing I want to put on is one of these. Let's see. Is one of these. I think I want to put on the color Dada. Dada. I guess like the art movement. Dada. Not like your mama and your dada. But this you can put on like, you can blot it on if you want that like blurred look, but these are matte, so these are definitely a matte formula. And I don't have a lip liner. So I don't know, I'm not really buying the whole complex headache thing. I don't know, have any of you ever experienced complex migraines? The other thing that I was looking at that it could possibly be, but you know, I'm not sure, is MS. So you know, I'm hoping it's not that, especially the progressive kind, because I am, you know, a working mom and I need to work. So you know, the thought of having something that could be potentially disabling is really excuse me, sorry, a scary thought. I'm really having a lot of heartburn and reflux right now, which it's like, oh, is that another symptom? Because you know, your brain basically controls every system in your body, and your spine is what sends the messages back and forth between your brain and your body. So if you have anything going on there, like, you know, it could have like so many different effects on you, like you don't even realize, like it could affect basically anything. So yeah, this is the stuff I got from Saie. I find that the tinted moisturizer I don't feel like it lasts a long time. I think the Tower 28 one I have lasts longer. Is this one here, the Tower 28, versus this one. You know, I like the way it looks when it goes on first, but I think it wears off pretty fast. This one does last longer, and this one is the Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30. The feeling is different. This is a lighter feeling, so this is more of a gel, like a gel texture, and this feels a little bit more like a little bit more viscous or oily. You know, I don't know if there's oil in it, but it does feel like it. Let me see, what kind of, does it say what kind of sunblock? This one says it has active ingredient zinc oxide, and this one says it has active ingredient, non-nano zinc oxide. This one says zinc oxide 15. This one says non-nano 12.6. So it seems like they both have the same type of sunscreen. And this one is a squeezy tube. And let's just put a little on my hand just to compare. So this is the Tower 28 Sunny Days. And you'll see, I think also the coverage is a little bit more intense. This one says it's, does this one say? This one says tinted sunscreen, and this one says tinted moisturizer. So you see, when you put a dollop of that on your hand, it stays like sticking up because it's a little gel. It's like a little gel-like texture. And when you put it on, it almost feels like watery. And this one kind of feels a little bit more like oily. But I don't know if you can see, but I'll do a little close-up, and I do have the Starglow on top. But I think this is nice for summer. You know, I don't want a lot of heavy coverage. This I can't recommend. This one I got for free. I feel like when companies give you something for free, it's usually something that's like not that great because they're just trying to get rid of it. I don't feel like it does anything. I don't know, my eyebrow hairs are pretty stiff, and I don't feel like hardly any comes out, like any product is in here. Like it feels like it just doesn't feel like anything. But yeah, that's this. So I don't know if you guys have any experience or know any family member that has gone through something similar. Maybe you can comment below and like, you know, like say, hey, why don't you ask them about this or have this checked or that checked, you know, and let me know. All right, well, talk to you later. Bye.